Hey guys, James here from TCG University, coming back at you with another deck profile. Today I'm going to be showing you Tyler's Tim Keefe 2 deck. This deck was played under Chaos today, so you have to see how that works out. Tim Keefe's a very cool character, not usually played under, in my opinion, not usually played under any symbol but Earth and Void. But Chaos is still a cool symbol, so you can see that. Make sure to check out the other profiles on the list. And let's get into this. Okay, guys, Tim Keefe is a 7 health, 7 hand size, 20 vitality character with Chaos, Earth, and Void. Like I said, we're playing our deck under Chaos today. He has 2 abilities: respond after you make a check to play a card with a printed difficulty that is higher than the last card in your card pool. It gets +2. This is only twice per turn. It's been errated. And then E, twice per turn, seal one of your opponent's foundations, which is also very strong. So first off, we're playing 4 Pay on Thrust. Pay on Thrust is just a very cool attack. It's a 4/4 that says if it's not completely blocked, that if it is completely blocked, comes back to our hand. It just means we're going to get some damage in with this Pay on Thrust, making sure we're going to get that momentum. And then it also gives our next combo attack -2 difficulty, +2 damage, which when we're already making things easy to play with Tim Keefe, it makes it very, very good. We have 2 Rolling Attack. It's a 3 low for 4, 0 low block, stun, 1 charge attack. E, your attack reveals the top 3 cards. Your opponent reveals the top 3 cards of their deck. You may discard the reveal cards anyway. You may discard any cards revealed this way and return the rest of them to the top of the deck in any order. So you basically get to choose how your opponent's going to see their cards. If you want to put attacks on top so they check bad if you're going to kill them, or so that way, or you put foundation on top to make sure they only draw foundations on their next turn. However you want to do it. We have 4 double knee press. Again, these got in the way. 4 double knee press. Double knee press is a 4/4 that gets 2/2 at desperation, and then as a charge, E, your next check to play a charge or kick attack gets +1, meaning all of our attacks are going to get +1 to the check because they're all charges, which is just, it's a cool lead-in attack, and when we're already given +4 to check, like I said earlier with Tim Keefe, it's very nice. The next attack we're playing is double Geodore. It's 4/4 breaker 1. Charge, Fury, Stun 1, Weapon Attack. Respond after you block this card. You get to add the top card of your deck to your momentum. Your opponent can discard 1 card to cancel it. And then enhance if you have more momentum than your opponent. Your opponent destroys a foundation. This just basically kind of improves our situation. It's a nice 2 mid block. You either get more momentum to do cool things with, or your opponent discards a card. And then if you do play as an attack, it's a charge attack and it has Stun 1, so it counts towards what we're doing. And your opponent gets to destroy a foundation, which is also pretty cool. Then we have 4 Smite. Smite is a 3/4 combo with a charge itself. Combo E, this attack can only be blocked by with a print block cards with a print block modifier of 3. Man, I'm reading the other cards at the same time. With a print block modifier of 3, making sure that at any point this is a 6 base, and if you ever give it speed, it's higher. You can discard momentum, give it +4 damage as well, making it basically a 6 for 8, which is pretty cool. Then we have 4 Nightmare Booster. This was Tyler's Ultra Rare for our Ultra Rare Challenge. Nightmare Booster is a 5/2/3 mid block, 2 high for 5. Charge, Fury, Kick, combo with an attack, then charge. All of our attacks are charge, and all of our attacks are attacks, so we don't have to worry about that. A static that says after that your opponent cannot play actions until this attack resolves. And then combo E, this attack is +1 damage for each charge, kick, and fury keyword in your card pool, which is pretty cool. So this can get really big. The only problem is it has 2 speed. It's one of the reasons it's relatively unplayed. Is it's not fast at all. It doesn't do a whole lot. It's easy to block, so you have to make sure your opponent either doesn't have cards in their hand or is holding a low block and not a high. So it's kind of really iffy. The other ability is E. If this attack is completely blocked, your opponent loses 1 vitality and destroys 1 foundation. Overall, this card is not super great, but there's a bunch of things. There's a couple of things in here we use to try and make this a little better. So we'll get into that in a second. We have 4 Dark Tournament Looms. This is just a cool card. It's E, remove, add 1 card from momentum to our hand, and then we draw a card. So we pick up an attack that's already dealt, or and then we get to draw, or sometimes we just want to replace this because we need a different block and we just draw. Now on to cards that kind of interact with the way Tim Keefe works. We're playing 2 Hunt for Spires and Dragons. It's a 3/5, but it always wants to be played before an attack. Because if it's our card pool after you play an attack, flip one of your opponent's foundations, then flip this into your staging area. It just basically means you build one, your opponent flips one. But you always want to play it before an attack, so I'm just going to pull an attack that's not the combo. That's not a combo attack. So if like you chose double knee press, you play your knee press second, 4 or 5, you check a 3. If you know you're not really planning on to attack, but you want to, this is like your poke, you can give it +2 and make sure you don't have to commit anything and still get to play defense later. Which is basically the purpose, is just play same thing like this over the top. It's a 2/5, ignores progressive difficulty, can be added to the card pool through an enhance, has a nice 2 eye block. It just, playing this before other cards means that if you do check bad, you can just plus your check and not check bad, which is basically the same purpose, which is the purpose of it. Tijuana groceries, for when we do check bad, we do play 2s. It's a 3/5 no block that says remove 2 foundations from your discard pile, ready this foundation. Just means if we do check bad, we can ready it, and it means we don't have to waste Tim Keefe's +2 on anything. Same reason behind the true identities. Form, commit, your attack gets all of your checks to play attacks get +1 for the rest of the turn. Super simple, but it protects Tim Keefe's ability, since we do only get to play it 2 times per turn. Again, same reason, because we have 2s. Azure Nightmare. We can discard a card to ready it. If it ever gets committed or discarded, my opponent, if it ever gets stunned, our opponent burns for 2. If we ever discard, our opponent burns for 1. But basically, we kind of ready it because we check bad. If we check bad, just not to waste Tim Keefe's ability. Same thing around Dreaming Becoming Whole. It's a 0/5/3 mid block that says discard momentum. The next check to play an attack gets +1, play while committed. And then R, once per turn, after you discard any number of momentum, ready this foundation. Just basically plus to my check, ready this foundation. Pseudo, just really good. Next we have 3 Inhuman Speed. This is one of the cards that really improves our Nightmare Booster. Get this slightly on the screen. Yeah. Improves our Nightmare Booster. It's a 0/5/3 low block that says R commit. After your opponent plays an ability that gains a vitality, cancels its effects. So we make sure our opponent doesn't get back up and we can keep them down. E commit. This tech is +X speed. X equals our momentum. One of the things we do is we keep momentum very well. So if we use our momentum to make sure our Nightmare Boosters get through, it's a good thing for us. And then 3 One with Nature. One with Nature is just discard 1 card. This deck, the block modifier to block this attack gets +2, meaning it's just a pseudo +2 speed, and then it also kind of gives damage as well, which is also very cool. We have 2 Hiding in Plain Sight. Add this card to momentum, or if your opponent's at desperation, add 2 the top card of your deck to momentum as well. So we get +1 momentum or +2 momentum, which is pretty neat. 3 Honky Tonk to build extra cards. E flip. If the top card of your discard pile is a foundation, add it to your staging area committed. All that you can normally play, of course. 2 Delta Blue Team Leader. It's a 2/5, 2 low block, 3 enhances. Your mid, your high, your low attack gets +1 damage, which is also pretty cool. We have 2 Human Hunter. It's a 1/5/3 low block. R commit. After your attack deals damage, your next attack this turn gets +2 speed and +1 damage. Just push more damage, basically. 3 Extended Lifespan. When our opponent draws, we draw. And then the other ability is R commit. After you flip any number of foundations due to your opponent's effect, commit one of your opponent's foundations. It not cancels, but deals with flipping. And then if our opponent does draw, we get to draw as well, keeping our hand size up while they keep theirs up as well. Uniting Rebels, just a 0/6/3 mid block. Desperation E, we gain a vitality. Mostly extended lifespan in them are just played in between attacks if we're not trying to combo, because it just allows us to check better with Tim Keefe. Thanks again for checking out the profile, guys. If you liked my Tyler's Tim Keefe deck, let him know down below. If you wanna talk to us on Discord, let him know about this as well. To join our Discord, just go to patreon.com/TCG University. If you hit us at that $1 level, it's $1 a month, 25 cents a week, basically. If you hit us up at that level, you not only do you get access to the Discord where you can talk to us all day, you get access to all of our content early. You get access to all of our podcasts live, the Campus Championship live, TAM streams alike. You get to check out those. Make sure to check out the other profiles in the deck profiles in the playlist. Make sure to check out the matches from this week. Make sure to look out for next week's Campus Championship every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central on twitch.tv/TCG University as well. And as always, guys, stay learning.